Hey everybody, this is IndieGeek and I'm back with Rogue Legacy episode 18. Woo! I have no idea what we did last time. So, what the hell does an Archmage do? I don't like that. I don't know. I guess we'll go with the Assassin. I don't know. The problem is I'm bad at not taking hits. So this doesn't seem like it's actually going to be that useful for us. That was poor use of my gold. I guess we'll go buy something here. What's that? What are you? I can't afford you anyways. Siphon Rune steals mana from... Yeah, I don't care about stealing mana. That doesn't seem that useful. I guess we'll just buy a piece of armor or something. There must be something that I can buy. Sure, I can buy that. Weird. Oh, there it goes. I was gonna say, like, my money didn't update. That's kind of strange. Okay. So let's jump in, see what we can do here. I really don't remember much of anything about last time. It's actually been a while since I recorded this series. Because what I've been doing... This has kind of become like a once-a-week series for me. Because I'm only putting out, I guess at most, 4 episodes a week. So what I'm typically doing is, at the beginning of the week, I will just record all of the episodes for the week in one go. Seems to be just like the best way for me to get this done. Alright. Of course, I'm also in that process right now with other series. I guess 2 days ago, kind of. I don't know, my perception of what a day is so weird right now because of my work schedule. Days don't mean a lot to me. Oh, weird. Oh, it's a big room. I was like, why the hell is there like weird shots coming in from the middle of nowhere? Oh, damn, I thought that would kill him. It didn't, but that's fine. There we go. This would have been a good room to save for if my health got low at any point. Okay. That was interesting. I don't know what I was doing there. But it's all good. There we go. That's what we like to see. So, this is coming out soon for PS3, Vita, and PS4, so that should be cool. I don't think I'll be getting it, mostly because I've already got it here, and it costs like, I think $17 or so. They kind of hiked the price up because of cross-buy, which I'm not a huge fan of. I mean, I'm a huge fan of cross-buy. I'm not a huge fan of hiking the price up, especially considering how long the game has been out. I don't necessarily like that it's coming out more expensive now that it's coming to the Sony consoles than it started on Steam. I could have done with like the same price, because the thing is, right, at 15, I don't know, cross-buy is so weird for me because I rarely use it. I typically have an idea of what console I want to play a game on, right? And it's not that often that I was wishing that something was cross-buy that isn't. In fact, one of the only times is actually right now. There's a sale as I'm recording this on the PSN PlayStation Network thing. And one of the games included is that Injustice, the DC fighting game. Oh, I probably don't really want to be here. I don't know. We'll see, I guess, how it goes. Nice. Nice. Oh my god. It's so bad when I don't land a critical. That's the thing. The only thing keeping me alive right now is occasionally landing a critical hit. Alright, I think what I want to do is probably just go around every area. I have not asked, and I have not gotten anyone just telling me this, but I can't imagine that it's super fun to watch me like grind for gold like this. I don't know. If enough people showed interest, I could definitely grind some off camera, or at least I could try to. I don't know if I've actually got time. What a weird thing here. Normally there's like a goal, right? Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Fuck me. Oh, god damn. Okay, well that sucks. The reason that sucks, of course, being that that might be worth it. Or we've got a Barbarian King. Yeah, let's do that. I guess attack is probably the best thing. I don't know. I feel like, I kind of feel like this with a lot of games, actually, like this. What would be better for me than trying to raise any kind of defense would be to just get better, you know? So I think what's probably better for me is raising my attack. Oh, so our last boss is a giant slime. Oh, I still feel like vampirism is just like fucking OP. It's just way too good. Anyways, yeah, so that Injustice is on sale. And let's see if I can remember the prices. It's like $4.20 for Vita, right? And then it's like $8.40 for either the PS4 or the PS3 version. I don't know why the price difference, because I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same game, other than, of course, the console versions will look better than the handheld version. That's kind of a no-brainer. But yeah, other than that, there isn't really a difference that I know of anyways. And my thing, I guess, is like, I would gladly pay, like, I don't know, I would love to just pay. Oh yeah, I really should have saved that. I always forget what that does. Is this a thing where I have to be able to fly? Yeah. Okay. Shit. Oh well. These guys I should be able to kill pretty easily, maybe? Luckily I've got a lot of health. That's about the only thing helping me out here. Anyways, yeah, I kind of wish that like the $8.40 price got you the PS4 version and the Vita version. Nice. That's pretty good. You know, I definitely understand why it wouldn't. But that's one of the few cases, I guess, where I do wish something was cross-buy that isn't. Normally though, what happens a lot of the time is that I will get something and it turns out being cross-buy and I don't really care. So, yeah, I guess that's much more common for me. Like if I got Rogue Legacy for Sony consoles, I would only want it on Vita because I've already got it on PC, so like the chance of me sitting down at my PS4, which is not as portable as my laptop, of course, to play Rogue Legacy is basically nothing, right? And it's not like the game's gonna look better on PS4 or anything. It's gonna be the same. So if I got it, I would just get it for Vita. So I don't necessarily want to pay $16. I mean, even on PC, I think I waited until it was like, it was either $5 or it was $3.75. I don't remember which, but I waited a long time. So I guess that's probably what I'll do with this as well. It's part of the PSN Play promotion. If you're familiar with like the PlayStation Network, you've probably heard of this. They do it a couple times a year. Basically, they find a time when like they can get some indie developers to release some games close together. So so basically what's going to happen is like over the next 4 weeks, there's 4 indie games coming out. There's actually more than that, but these 4 are all cross-buy, and they've all agreed to go in on this promotion. And basically what happens, let's see, the 4 games are Rogue Legacy, The Swapper, which also got a higher price than on PC for the PlayStation Network release. I think it's like 20 now. I think I got the Swapper in a bundle, because it was one that looked like it would be over pretty quick. I don't know, it kind of had like a Braid feel to it. I still haven't played it. I guess that's the best part, right? So I guess maybe I should have waited even longer than I did. Let's see. Oh, and the other ones are Hohokum, which I've talked about a little bit, and Counter Spy, which looks okay. I haven't really seen much of Counter Spy. I've heard good things, but they haven't actually showed a lot of gameplay, which has me worried, because I can hear all the greatest things in the world. If there's no way for me to just like straight up look at some gameplay, chances are I won't play your game. Certainly won't put up money for it. You know, I gotta get some answers about what the hell it is first. Okay. So here we go. Forest time. God damn. That was my bad for being, well, my bad for being bad, really. Whoop. Anyways, so the way this promo works is, right, so one of them will release each week, and I think to make it work you have to pre-order them. Oh, and if I didn't mention, they're a little cheaper for Plus, but that's how a lot of launches work. Anyways, so like if you buy 2 of them, you get like $3 back in PSN credit. If you buy 3, it's like 6, and then I think if you buy all 4, you get like, oh, that's dumb. Yeah, if you buy all 4, you get like $10 back. I don't know. I did this with one of the promotions. And, oh, I think it might have been when Ollie Ollie released. I got Ollie Ollie and something else. And someone was running the numbers, right? Because I frequently read Cheap Ass Gamer. And if anyone plays a lot of games, doesn't like spending a lot of money to play a lot of games, you should definitely be on Cheap Ass Gamer. It's just like a collection of all the best game deals and stuff like that. So anyway, someone ran the numbers on previous Play promotions, and all of the games end up going quite a bit cheaper. Not too far off, like 6 months later, at most. All of the games have seen a way cheaper price. So, especially because a lot of times Sony is actually pretty good about sales, much better in my opinion than Xbox or Nintendo. Certainly Nintendo. Xbox does have occasionally some good sales that I see, although I haven't paid a ton of attention in a long time because I don't even own an Xbox anymore. But yeah, Sony sometimes puts up some sales that are comparable to like Steam sales, which is pretty cool. I mean, I've seen a lot of 75% off stuff, so you know, getting games that were $15 for like $3.75, which I'm pretty sure is how I got this in the first place. So I feel like, you know, if I waited that long to play this the first time, I can wait that long to buy the Vita version and play it on the go. And I know how bad that sounds, because I should want to support the developers, but I mean, I do want to support them, but also I've only got so much money. I can't pay $17 for a game that I already own just so that I can play it comfortably on the toilet. Oh, I had to throw that comfortably in there because it is a laptop. I guess if I really wanted, I could play it on the toilet. I don't, by the way, so don't worry about that. Alright. Not that there's anything wrong with that. If you want to play games on the toilet, you go ahead, although I suggest that you buy a Vita. Let me tell ya. Nothing better than beating hell in Spelunky on the pooper. Okay, well that got a little graphic. Sorry for anyone with weak stomachs. Although even if you have a weak stomach, you should probably be fine thinking about poop. I don't care how weak your stomach is. You're a human, so most likely you poop. I knew it. It is nice that I've got enough health that I can do that. Pretty much be okay. See, the one thing that I will double dip full price is Binding of Isaac, because I actually feel guilty sometimes that Binding of Isaac only cost me in total like $5 to get the game and the DLC. I really do feel guilty sometimes because I feel like a thief almost. I mean, it's not even like I waited and bought it cheap or something. I paid full price. I see a lot of people, when it fucking comes up in Steam sales, I see people asking, is Binding of Isaac worth $1? And I'm like, oh my fucking god, are you kidding me? That's a joke, right? Okay. Don't think so. There we go. Man, that was a good payout for this room here. 2 chests is no laughing matter. 2 nice chests ahead. Wow. Okay. Yep, we will head this way. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I mean, it is a cool promo, though, and I guess if you've got the cash to support some devs upon release, you know, if you're into indie games, and oh my goodness, and you were thinking about playing some of those anyways, definitely makes sense. I think the one I did it for, it might have been Ollie Ollie and, like, Spelunky. I don't remember. I want to, like, Spelunky sounds familiar for doing one of these promos, but I'm not sure. And I mean, Spelunky's another game that's been on sale for so little. I mean, I guess that's kind of the appeal of, like, roguelike games, really for all audiences, right? The reason it's appealing for devs is because, not to, like, discredit what they're doing, but roguelikes, I would imagine, aren't necessarily, like, incredibly difficult to make. There are certainly difficulties, but the thing is, like, a lot of your experience, like, throughout the gameplay, comes down to the fact that it's randomly generated. Like, it would not be fair for me to say that Binding of Isaac is an hour-long game, because just because I can beat it in an hour, or hell, even 40 minutes, even less, certainly on a really good run, you won't do that your first time, right? So more realistically, Isaac is probably like a 50-hour game, if you're the kind of person who just wants to beat it once and be done. And that's, of course, variable, depending on your skill level and natural aptitude, I guess, for the game. Also depending on, like, if you've seen other people play, things like that, because, like Spelunky, I've got a really skewed view of how difficult it is, because I went into it after watching 2 fairly long and comprehensive Let's Plays of the game. So by the time I went into Spelunky, I knew, like, I was going for hell the first run. I didn't make it, of course. I died in the mines, but I knew what I needed to do, so I got, you know, whatever, the U-Jedi, and was gonna try and go for the black market, yada yada. Because I already knew all that stuff. And it, oh Jesus. You know, and you'd run into the same problem. Like, if you watch my channel regularly and you started playing Isaac, you would have a fairly big advantage. I mean, you'd still have to pick up one of every item if you wanted Platinum God. But still, just, like, having the experience of seeing it played and hearing me talk about all the good, you know, all the items that I like and good item combinations. Like, that kind of thing skews your perception of like how difficult the game is, right? Because I mean, I know this for a fact because I thought it was pretty remarkable, and then I realized later that it was only because I'd watched so much. But like, I beat Hell in Spelunky on my 156th run. So as far as like Spelunky goes, it's pretty early on in your playtime. Like, most people would certainly put more time in, probably even before beating Olmec. But that's also why I kind of had like burnout on Spelunky, and why I haven't really gone back to it much. It's just because like I knew so much about it before I started, and then I really got into it when I played it, and I was playing it constantly, and then now I just don't really want to play it anymore, even though I love that game. Like, it's funny, I keep thinking like, oh yeah, I should go back and play some more Spelunky, and then when I realize that that would mean playing more Spelunky, I stop and I don't go do it. It's been a pretty good run. I mean, we got a good character, so I kind of lucked out here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna jump here and run back, and I guess do the whole thing again, but no, we won't. We'll actually do that. Woo! Alright. Oh, straight up. Come on now. Okay. Oh goodness, I gotta figure out what I'm doing with my life here. I've actually got like an interesting work week. I don't have a ton of hours, and I've got some... Oh, fuck. That was so silly. Oh shit. We're gonna die. Unless I can dodge like a goddamn pro. And I'm just like waiting for the death here. Yep, there it is. Fudge. Well, anyways, that's where we're gonna end off this episode. So, as always, feel free to leave comments if there's anything you want to comment about. Subscribe to the channel to see more from me every single day. And of course, if you like the episode, please do consider clicking the like button. But with that, I thank you as always for watching, and I will see you next time.